Are you one of those people who always thinks a great and insurmountable obstacle will appear in your path and push you further away from your goals? Then listen to the following story. In a dense forest, a fearful young man named Ronin was walking along a path surrounded by vegetation, carrying a large bag on his back. He was on a mission to find a shaman, known for possessing powerful healing abilities, so he could get a remedy to cure his father's grave illness. On his way, Ronin came across a man dressed as a monk sitting before a large tree. He was deep in meditation and excited. The young man stopped to ask him if he was the famous shaman. The man opened his eyes serenely and looked at Ronin. "No, I'm not the shaman you're looking for," he said, making the young man's shoulders drop in disappointment. "But he isn't far from here. If you follow this path, you'll find him soon. But be careful. There's a dangerous bear in this forest. He is fierce and unpredictable, so stay alert." Even more afraid, Ronin thanked the monk-like man and continued his journey, keeping his eyes wide open for the bear. Thankfully, he eventually found the shaman, who warmly welcomed him and offered to help him with the remedy he needed. But just as the shaman was about to start preparing the healing potion, a loud roar erupted behind them, freezing them to the bone. Like a moving mountain, Ronin saw the bear emerge from the bushes, its eyes fixed on him. The young man panicked and ran, leaving his bag behind as he fled, but the shaman remained calm, understanding what was happening. He soon realized the bear wasn't after the man, but rather the bag. Inside it was fresh food the young man had brought as an offering for the shaman. The shaman pointed to the bag and nodded toward it to signal the bear that it was a gift for him. While the bear rummaged through the bag and enjoyed the food, the shaman turned to the young Ronin and smiled. "Do you see how it was all a misunderstanding? The bear was never after you. It was guided by the smell of the food you carried. Food it needed to feed its cub." The young man was stunned. He had been so consumed by fear and anxiety that he had completely misunderstood the situation. For a moment, he thought the bear wanted to devour him. But if that were the case, the animal wouldn't have been so focused on the food bag, ignoring the people nearby. At that moment, Ronin began to realize how his own perceptions and beliefs shaped his experiences. Soon after, the bear left with the bag, and the shaman gave Ronin the remedy without charging him anything in return, thanking him only for feeding the spirits of the forest. At that moment, Ronin didn't fully understand what the shaman meant, but thanked him for his generosity. Later, on his way home, Ronin reflected and realized that he had contributed to maintaining harmony between the shaman and the wild animals. They had likely shared the same space for years, respecting one another with no heroes or villains, just being who they are. And so the young man left the forest with a new understanding of life. He realized that our experiences are shaped by our perceptions, and that only by abandoning preconceived notions and prejudices can we truly see the world as it is, and understand that not everything is always against us. As he returned home, Ronin couldn't stop thinking about the scene with the bear and the implicit lesson in the shaman's gesture. He began to understand that the true learning from that experience wasn't just about recognizing the error in his perceptions, but about understanding the balance between all things in nature. He reflected on how his fear had clouded his vision, turning a simple situation into something terrifying. By feeding the bear with the offering, he had participated in a larger cycle where even his intentions, initially focused only on himself in seeking a cure for his father, ended up serving a greater purpose, the harmony of the surrounding environment. With this new realization, Ronin vowed to carry this wisdom with him, that situations which seemed threatening or challenging often hold opportunities for learning and connection if viewed with more attentive eyes and an open heart. He understood that the balance between fear and courage, between need and generosity, sustains not just the forest, but the human spirit as well. When he arrived home and handed the remedy to his father, he felt that something inside him had also been healed, and he smiled. It's important to let go of our preconceived notions and biases to see things as they truly are, always striving to understand others and act with kindness and compassion when faced with the unknown. And you? Have you ever been in a situation where you thought you were facing a great danger, but later realized it was just your mind creating monsters and obstacles on the path to your goals? Tell me in the comments and stay peaceful. See you.